I'm Donna Bush with your CIG TV News Brief and weather forecast on this Thursday evening. Thanks for being here, as always, with us. The Cayman Islands Fire Service and Department of Environmental Health confirmed a fire at the Georgetown landfill around 7:30 last night as firefighters quickly contained and controlled the fire. Fire crews from the Central Fire Station and the West Bay substation were on site throughout the night, along with the DEH crews using safe systems of work to ensure the fire is fully extinguished. It's reported the blaze started at the top southwest corner of the tip area for disposed waste. Residents in the area were reminded, as always, to stay indoors and to close their windows. A damping operation was shut down at around 7:30 this morning, with equipment remaining in place until 9 a.m. when fire crews were expected to return to the site. Well, the Cayman Islands Further Education Center, or CIFEC School, is holding a TVET open house on the 20th of May. Works by students in the TVET programs will be showcased for students from Clifton Hunter and John Gray High School in the morning and the public in the evening. CIFEC offers TVET courses in areas including beauty, construction, art design, and media.
What beauty therapy has taught us is that the bones and stuff in the face, the hands, how to care for ourselves, how to do certain treatments, what we're supposed to do, what we're not supposed to do. We also do health and safety and other stuff like that.
These are a few of the products we've made at SciFi, and we have a new project coming up at St. Pedro's, where we have to redo the whole interior of the theater, and we've covered painting and decorating, we've covered electrical, we've covered woodwork, which, as you can see here, we have woodwork incorporated with electrical. So we learn how to wire the lamp. We also learn surface preparation, which is needed so the paint can stay on properly.
Now, technical and vocational programs entail education, training, and skills development, which relate to the wide range of occupational fields, production, services, and careers for the students. The showcase begins at 5 p.m. and ends at 7 p.m. on May 20th for members of the public who are encouraged to attend and go and see what the students are producing. Well, Minister for Home Affairs, Youth, Sport, Culture, and Heritage, the Honorable Bernie Bush, along with Parliamentary Secretary for Home Affairs, Mr. Isaac Rankin, took their first departmental familiarization tour this past Monday, accompanied by Chief Officer Teresa Echeniki, Deputy Chief Officer Catherine Dinspool Powell, and Acting Deputy Chief Officer Melissa Worms. Government officials toured the Department of Public Safety Communications. Minister Bush says he fully supports the role and the vision of the DPSC and looks forward to working closely with them. Miss Universe Cayman Islands Mariah Tibbetts has left for the Miss Universe pageant being held in in Hollywood, Florida on May the 16th, before heading to the airport with family, friends, and committee members on Wednesday to say farewell. The beauty queen met with Minister for Tourism, the Honorable Kenneth Bryan, and other members of the new government. Earlier this week, she sat with our team to discuss what she is most looking forward to at Miss Universe.
I'm excited afterwards to say that I know someone from almost every country in the world, but even more than that, I think I'm really excited to be on stage again. So for those who don't know, the last time I was on stage was 2019 in the Miss Cayman Islands Universe pageant, where I placed first runner-up, and then I got the crown in 2020, but we didn't have a pageant. So I haven't been on stage in 2 years, so that'll be exciting. I love performing and I love being on stage.
To follow Mariah's Miss Universe journey, you can go to the Miss Cayman Islands Universe Instagram and Facebook pages. Taking a look now at the forecast for today, the high temperature reached 89 degrees, the low 78. The forecast calls for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers, while the winds are from the east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots. Seas are smooth with wave heights of less than 2 feet. Today's synopsis calls for light southeasterly winds and slight seas, which will continue across the Cayman area for the next 24 hours, is all in association with a high-pressure system over the central Atlantic Ocean. Radar images show isolated showers that are in and around the Cayman area, which are moving towards the west to northwest. Remember, you can find the latest on local weather conditions online at weather.gov.ky, or you're encouraged to download their app on your mobile device, CINWS. And that's it for today's news brief here on CIG Television. I'm Donna Bush, inviting you to join us here again on Friday evening. But until then, have a safe and, of course, a wonderful night.
Fishing and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman's boaters use Channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!
The Esterly-Tibbetts Highway 3-lane roundabout is ready for drivers. It's time to make sure you know how to use it. First, know which exit you need to take. Pay attention to lane arrows and signs. Make sure you use your signal to change lanes or exit the roundabout. To turn left, you always approach in the left-hand lane and indicate left. To drive straight ahead, you need to be looking out for signs and road markings indicating which lane to use. Get in one of the lanes marked with a straight-through arrow. If turning right, you must use the right-hand lane and indicate accordingly. To use the roundabout safely, remember these 3 tips. Know your exit, pick your lane, and signal to make your turn.